Welcome to Silicon Scoop, where we dive into the latest tech news impacting the world. Join John Irwin and the Startup Coach as they explore the tech news that matters to you. Stay ahead, stay informed, and now on with the show.
At some point, we'll have to do an update on whatever's going on with Anthropic and the government and whatnot, but I haven't got an update on that yet.
So, but yeah, we certainly can, yeah.
When there's an update, because I think you missed some of my point around this. I agree with you on how everyone's acting, but it was always necessary. It was always going to happen. It might as well happen now. And only because, to me as a consumer, we aren't getting our rights as far as how many times we talked about terms of service, EULA, what can we do as users and what can we not do? And every time they control this, they control that, they control that. Ideally, this will go up to the Supreme Court and make some decisions around who gets to do what when they buy software.
Yeah.
And, that's what I'm hoping for as a consumer, among other things. So that's a set aside. I think if we've got all this going, you gave your password to shop for you, but Amazon just legally slammed the door in its face. This injunction isn't just a corporate spat. It's the first major legal strike in the war over who truly controls your digital identity. So Amazon just blocked Perplexity's AI shopper. A federal judge ordered Perplexity's AI comment tool to stop using customer credentials to access password-protected Amazon pages. The court ruled that user consent does not override a platform's strict rules against automated access. This is why I kind of mentioned the EULA in terms of service upfront, because we're heading right into it. If platforms can block AI agents, even when users explicitly invite them in, the dream of having a fully autonomous AI personal assistant managing your digital life is effectively paralyzed. So what do you think about this, John?
Yeah, I think this is just like Amazon. I don't like what Amazon's doing here. This is my personal opinion. So I'm trying to understand what they're protecting here by doing this. So their argument is that claiming Comet accessed its systems without authorization and disguised its automated behavior as a normal web browser. Okay. The company is arguing that this violates the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act, the CFAA, and related state laws, which prohibit unauthorized access to protected computer systems. The court found Amazon was likely to succeed on these claims, leading to the temporary injunction. So more importantly, the judge ruled that user permission is not enough, like you said. So if the platform itself has not authorized the AI agent, then yeah. So this is going to be, to me, a very critical ruling once it gets ruled on. But I disagree with the claims that Amazon's making. What about you?
Well, I think we're scratching the surface of the problem here. And I think this is a huge mistake from Amazon for a number of reasons. One is Amazon is ripe for competitive losing market share, just ripe for it. So if all of a sudden they say your AI can't shop here, someone's going to come up, Temu's going to say, hey, your AI can shop here, we make it easier. Someone's, it's just going to happen. And we are living in the early days of what's moving to, I'm going to call it Web 4, people call it whatever they want, a first internet. We're moving to the AI first web. We went from desktop to mobile first, and that took a decade. It's starting now where it's AI first, where it's for agents and not for humans. And we're moving in that direction. So if Amazon wants to embrace it, great or not. But let's circle back to the problem. The problem isn't people are giving their agent, letting their agent buy stuff from Amazon. We have to scratch the surface, because the problem is that people we did this. I think we were testing the Comet browser. I told it to go search Amazon and find the best camera or whatever. People do that. And that means it's doing hundreds of crawls or 20 or 30 or whatever, searching, looking at all the reviews, doing all these web requests. So that it's not a problem that an AI you say, go buy me whatever's in my shopping cart on Amazon, or go buy me that camera I was looking at, or whatever. That's not the problem. The problem is the hundreds of pages of searches where humans just wouldn't do. And now that CPU load is too much and the information load is too much. So the answer has got to, pardon?
So like what? I don't get like big whoop. Like, okay. Yeah, that's a problem right now, but it won't be a problem in the future.
Well, you say it's a problem right now, but it won't be a problem in the future. But I can't imagine the number of AI bots out there crawling and scraping Amazon for competitor, for pricing, for reviews, for this. Like, there's got to be millions of them. So again, I start back and say it's not necessarily about can they purchase. I believe it's about, hey, this is too much because everybody's stealing our data, everybody's stealing our CPU, and it's not a human being. It's not you. When we're giving information saying it's you. I'm not saying they're right. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm saying I think that is more of the core of the issue because it's too much for them. I think that's what happens under the weight of a lot of these things. Like we just did a thing on OpenClaw, but if you go to their official site, openclaw.ai, most of the time it's down. It's just too busy. AI is hitting it all the time. It's just too busy.
You know what I think the underlying issue is? I think their real concern is lost advertising revenue. I don't think anything else other than that Amazon's losing advertising revenue because their business model relies heavily on advertising placements in search results. So if AI agents automatically select products based on price, quality, or reviews rather than ads, it's going to undermine a significant revenue stream. I think that's the main problem here. And they're trying to make it into something that it's not, in my opinion.
Well, all I got to say to them is good luck. Because, it's great that this happened, right? The preliminary injunction is active now with Perplexity given 1 week window to appeal. But the strict deadline for Perplexity to appeal or modify the injunction. Currently, the court mandated Perplexity immediately destroy any data gathered via unauthorized credential access.
Yeah.
Okay, how do you determine what's unauthorized and what isn't? The Core Computing Fraud and Abuse Act heavily influenced the unauthorized access claim. So who is the authorizer? If you're my AI agent and you're going on my account, am I the authorizer or is Amazon the authorizer? Who's the authorizer in unauthorized access? Because normally when I'm authorizing access, it's me, not Amazon. I got to prove who I am. Yeah. But so who's the question? So comment, this becomes the question. I agree with you that there are issues around data scraping. There's issues around monetization of ads because now their data isn't as good if they can't tell who they're serving up ads to or how many are going to bots or whatnot. But I say good luck because they're going after Perplexity. That's one. Does that mean, and they're going after them probably because they're the lowest hanging fruit. They have the least amount of money in the bank potentially, so they don't have.
Claude? Yeah, but why? Claude's got here's the thing: is if this was about users and if this was about Computer Fraud and Abuse Act, if this was truly about that, they'd be going after OpenAI and not they'd be going after everyone, not just Perplexity.
The reason they go after the low-hanging fruit is to set a court precedent. And once they set the precedent, they can go after other people. Now, if they go after OpenAI or if they go after XAI, they're going to throw $1 billion of lawyers at it and be able to go toe-to-toe with Amazon with their money. Perplexity cannot. And that's why, from a monetary point of view, I would not be surprised, though, if Perplexity got some support from other companies to fight this. But as I step back and say, okay, how are you going to stop? We just did NemoClaw. We're talking about OpenClaw. Talking about companies have big dollars who have these browsers, but we all are doing it on our own. Headless browsers using custom code, opening up any browser to do what we want. So like, it's just all about like, how do you stop the flood? So,
Yeah, you're right. But again, I totally think this is not about any unauthorized use bullshit. Oh, sorry. I think this is strictly about lost revenue on ads. There's something else, but I think that's the big elephant in the room here for this.
Yeah, I think the skeptics' view, like you're saying, is Amazon's security and trust argument is a highly convenient shield to protect its walled garden. By forcing AI tools out there, killing open web innovation, and ensuring developers have to pay hefty fees for restrictive official APIs. You can access the stuff, you guys got to pay us for it. Great. In the end, that's not a big difference from what Claude started doing with OpenClaw when they said, hey, we banned you to use a CLI interface because you're just basically using all the free tokens up 100% that you would get on a thing, and it feels wrong when you should be paying via API or you should be doing this other way. So it's all about money. It'd be really interesting to see. They're heavily relying on a 1986 law that was written by the CFFA that was heavily inspired by the movie War Games. So these things have to work themselves out. Ironically, Jeff Bezos has actually been an investor in Perplexity AI through his personal investment firm. He effectively funded a company Amazon is battling. So we'll see how that goes. And Cloudflare, even though they block a lot of AI browsing, they started doing stuff with, now they're moving to AI first, where you can request AI optimized markdown from any web server. So an AI bot can say, hey, AI, can you send me this? And you save 80% of the traffic and stuff because Cloudflare will just do it, assuming the site is okayed and that kind of thing. My point is, we're moving to an AI first browse internet. So Amazon has to figure out, okay, instead of doing this way, we have to figure out how to serve up AI browsers more efficiently so they don't take up our resources, so they don't do all these things, and they can still buy the stuff they need.
Well, maybe go ahead.
And as we move to an AI first world, we're going to have to figure out what the equivalent of ads are for AI, because humans aren't going to be watching the ads anymore.
Yeah. And maybe they're not going after ChatGPT because ChatGPT is serving up ads now in their chat, and so maybe they're going to share revenue with Amazon. Who knows?
So, but
cool.
Amazon just proved that big tech terms of service still firmly outrank your personal rights to delegate tasks to an AI. So who owns your login, you or the platform? Let us know what you think. I'd like to know where you stand on this. And, this goes back to, maybe this will be going to the court with what's going on with the Department of Defense lawsuit. And we'll have to see, what rights do you have as a user to software that you buy or own or lease, and can companies change the terms of service anytime or not? Like, what do you agree to and how that happens? I'm waiting to see. We'd love to hear your thoughts on this.
Tired of drowning in repetitive tasks while your competitors race ahead? Every minute you spend on manual data entry, scheduling, and routine processes is a minute you're not growing your business. Flowgrammer.ca transforms your workflow chaos into seamless automation. We build AI-powered systems that handle your busy work so you can focus on what actually makes you money. Our clients typically save 15 plus hours per week and see their productivity double within 60 days. Visit flowgrammer.ca for a free automation audit. That's flowgrammer.ca. Stop working in your business and start working on it.
What do you got going on, John?
Just plugging away, helping companies with government funding, attending events, probably startup drinks or Flowgrammer events. How about you, Craig?
Lots of stuff going on. I honestly don't know when this is going out. I have to check. I think it's going to go out in April. But there's all sorts of stuff going on. If you don't know about OpenClaw, it's the latest AI automation agent that's taken the world by storm in 2026. And OpenClaw Toronto chapter just launched. and we have all sorts of events going on. So check out openclawto.com. Our first demo night is April 14th. We have a Builder Cafe on April 10th. We have a bunch of other events. There's updates every day. We've deconstructed the latest 2 betas over the weekend that was launched in OpenClaw and what you should do about them. There's a bunch of articles over there. Go check that out. We're also over at flowgrammer.ca where we do N8N automations. We run the Flowgrammer community. I do Builders Hub and connectivity for AI and business automation agents. And for everything else, head over to TorontoStarts where we hook up startups and investors at our Startup Investor Drinks. We do mentoring, we do workshops, we have a list of investors. There's a whole bunch of content over. You can also book me over there if you want a meeting with me to talk about whatever, help your startup. Check out TorontoStarts.com. But John, if people are looking for non-dilutive funding, where should they go and what is that?
Yeah, non-dilutive funding. We're talking government grants, tax credits. Come find me on LinkedIn if you have any questions. Right now is shred time, SRNED. But come reach out to me too if you've got a startup, if you've got a company, reach out to me if you have any questions. And if they have company questions about their startup in general, where do they find you, Craig?
Yeah, find me at TorontoStarts.com. But John, just before we go, something's open right now, and it's closing May 31st. Thank you. Can Export. And what?
Yeah. So
what
if
should
you have
people
at
know
least
about that?
300,000 in revenue in the previous year, and you're looking to expand outside of Canada, reach out to me, and we can put together. We can talk about an application for Can Export.
All the links we talked about will be in the show notes wherever you're watching this. Thanks for watching, everybody. Leave us a comment, give us a like, give us a subscribe. We really appreciate it. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks for tuning in to Silicon Scoop. We hope you enjoyed this episode's dive into the latest tech news. Stay connected with John Irwin and the Startup Coach on LinkedIn and subscribe for more insights and updates. Until next time, stay ahead, stay informed.